Hey, you guys! It's your favorite little keto goofball diamond. Today marks 5 years, 236 days of my ketogenic trial and error journey. Having lost 155 pounds, struggled with 20-ish pounds, and kind of this little back and forth ping pong match. Ping pong. That's about right. And, got rid of 29 medically diagnosed diseases. So much healthier and happier now, but still not where I want to be. So we're going to get into my ketogenic journey over the last several days. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and ring that bell, because it is time to rant, rave, and misbehave Keto Diamond style. Eyeball poke. Whoop. Alright, y'all, so you noticed I was absent from here yesterday, kind of, sort of. I did post that video, last night or this morning, of our Charleston visit. I'm trying to squeeze every available joy out of life that I possibly can. I want to fill my life with so many amazing, wonderful memories while I can, and hubby is glad to help me along with that, and most of it's his idea. So that's even better, Yeah, I want to go all these new places, see all these great things. But I generally don't. I'll just sit here, clean the house, and all that stuff. And he's like, okay, get in the car, point the car in a direction, and head out. So, yeah, yesterday we headed to Charleston, South Carolina, which is a 4-hour drive. My ass is still numb. Well, it turned into like a 5-hour drive. You know how that works. You got to stop and got to do this, got to let Shiva out, got to let... It's a whole thing. It's the whole thing. Everybody got to stop and pee a few times. You know how that works. It takes like 5 hours to get there. In my opinion, it's a little bit far, but it's the only way I'm going to ever see it, right? Beautiful place. Oh my goodness, if you didn't see those photos. And what I did not do justice, because I saw something that appealed to me and snapped a photo of it. So, I mean, it's far more gorgeous than that. And we only got to explore just a little section. We walked like one kind of a big block area, and it took 2 or 3 hours. And I got like my 8,000 steps in, like in 2 or 3 hours. It was fantastic though. Like Shiva, she was petted by everybody. Every child had to pet her. Every man had to come up and take pictures of her. Everybody just loved her. She was a fantastic hit. I'd like to take Jake. Jake is a wonderful, wonderful person dog. Unless you act funny. Then he don't like you no more. But he's not so great with other dogs. And we do have a muzzle, which doesn't control his mouth too much. It keeps him from, he wouldn't be able to bite anything or anybody. He doesn't get along with other dogs well. Shiva, I can't believe she hadn't been ate yet. She's tried very, very difficultly. She even went in there at 5 o'clock in the morning, and she'll start jumping and growling and barking and biting at his face. This is her. She just does this to him, and she doesn't do it to Honey Bear. I mean, she did do it to Honey Bear one time, but it didn't go her way. So, yeah. It's just... And you know what? There was a lab up there. Beautiful as you can please. But did not like Shiva. I was like, he's paying you back for Jake. That's what that is. But anyway, it was a beautiful and wonderful time. But a long, long ride on a very concrete highway with nothing but pine trees and taillights. So we are actually planning to go back tomorrow. We're planning to take the country route where there's things to see, houses and other stuff to look at, stuff with visual interest that make the trip better. Yeah, plan to go back tomorrow. Again, I don't mind trips. I don't really mind the ride, except for my ass is still numb from yesterday, and we did go somewhere today, but not crazy out of the way. Well, it was a 2-hour drive. And 2 hours back. So that's 4 hours in the car. My ass is numb. It's still numb. I did get a little bit of stuff done around the house. Finally got the dishes washed, got some clothes caught up, swept floors, all that stuff. But again, I'm trying to squeeze every moment out of life I possibly can, when I can, because you're not promised a single solitary second. And the trip down there really, really proved that, to be honest with you. My nephew is about 36 years old. I think that one's 36. I've got a lot of them, a lot of nieces and nephews. But I love him dearly, obviously. He's my brother's son. And I got a call from my daughter yesterday. She said, Mom, if you're driving, pull over. And of course, you know, when somebody says something like that, it ain't good news. But there wasn't the tone of her voice that it was it was something that immediately bothered her. So I could tell she thought it meant a whole lot to me, but to her, she's like, I barely know him. Her tone was not... Anyway, her tone told me it wasn't her grandma and grandpa, and it wasn't none of her nieces and nephews, and it wasn't Anthony. So, or her brother. So I was like, okay, tell me. My husband was driving anyway, so it was safer. But my mom had just gotten a call from my brother that a tree fell on my nephew's head. And he had a brain bleed, fractured skull. He wasn't doing well. There was a chaplain there. It's a very terrifying thing. And I started, making phone calls and calling my brother. Well, I called my niece, called my brother. And found out he was doing a little bit better from the last update they'd had. That they were waiting to see if they needed to do surgery, if the brain bleed would slow down or stop on its own, and they believe it will. He was conscious. Initially, my daughter said he was not conscious, but that had been the information that was relayed to her. My mother, she doesn't really understand info super well, so certain things have to be clearly explained to her. And she freaked out because my mom is over her grandkids like I'm over my grandkids. And the whole world stopped, for her, especially just like stopped. And John's my baby. I tell you what, his daughter is the one that looks just like me. He actually looks a lot like me, but he's a boy, so there's some extreme differences. But, there's pictures of me and him when he was a baby, professionally done. And my dad's like, I want that picture of Joni and Little John to go in my office. And Mom was like, I told you they looked alike. She said, I can't believe how much they do. But his daughter looks just like me. And we're a pretty close family most of the time. I don't get to see my nieces and nephews as much as I'd like to, or, ideally, because they live about an hour and a half away. So it's put some distance in between us, but not really of the heart. Oddly enough, though, somehow, even through all of it, I knew that he was okay. In that moment at least, and that he would get better. Now I don't want to put the cart before the horse, obviously, because anything can happen at this point too, but something just kind of told me it was all right not to panic. And after talking to my brother, I wasn't too panicked, and I called my daughter and I explained the situation a little better to her, and she went and calmed my mom down just a little bit. And of course my mother and father got dressed as quickly as they could and headed to Greensboro to check on my nephew. At this point, it does not look like he needed surgery. He needs surgery. The brain bleed did get a little worse, but apparently that's normal. That's what was relayed anyway. Maybe it gets a little worse before it gets better. I really don't know. Again, fractured skull, stitches, staples. But the kid had a tree fall on its head, so he was cutting down a tree. I don't really know the whole situation, how it happened. Nobody seems to really know. I know that the tree knocked him cold. When he came to, there was a bunch of people rushing to him. But the fact that it wasn't instant death was a miracle in and of itself. You think about it, a tree falls and hits you in the head. That could have been instantly over, So it's an absolute blessing that he has a chance to heal and get better. You're just not promised a single solitary second, no matter how old or young you are. And if you can move, move. If you can go, go. If you can see and do, see and do. You're not promised anything. Not tomorrow, not 30 seconds from now. I am not even promised to be able to get this video up, and if you see it, that means I did. But nobody's promised anything. And kind of urged me on. Plus, there was nothing I can do. I want y'all to know that if there was anything I could have done, we would have turned around. We were almost already there. And I had found out he was improving, or his situation looked to be improving. So I just kind of stayed close to my phone. We all do. It's always in our pockets, right? But I, kept texting and everything and checking on him and making sure he was all right as best as he could be in the situation anyway. I tell you what, man. Again, I don't want to put the cart before the horse or brag or anything like that, because you don't know what's going to happen in the future, or even in 5 minutes. My family line has the hardest damn heads in the world. If it had been his ass, he would have died instantly. I'm not even kidding. My mom always said we had hard heads and soft butts. Fall on your butt, you scream and lose your mind. But my son was on an ATV, ran his head right through the back glass of that of a Chevrolet Blazer. The paramedics got here and they said, I have seen so many of these and they never go well. He was just dumbfounded that Brian was okay and conscious and talking. And then he got to the hospital. The kid, they literally said, he's got 4 or 5 stitches and he might have a small concussion, but the scans look all right. So I'm just like, again, I don't want to put the cart before the horse. I don't want to say he's fine, because we don't know that. But at the moment, it appears that he will be okay, even though he's still in ICU. So if you are the praying kind, believe me, I've done quite a bit of it. But if you can send him some prayers, love, and healing light, it would mean everything to me. I'd be very grateful. And I know his family will be too. And I really do believe in the power of prayer. I know that when you put it out there and you've got the more, the merrier, the better you are, So at this moment, with the information I have, it looks like he's going to be okay. And I wanted to make sure I put that out there, because I know a lot of you read my Facebook posts. So, yeah. But squeeze every drop out of your life that you can. Don't be hung up on some of the dumbest stuff in the world. Don't let certain things bother you so much. Things that are this big that in 20 years you will not remember, let that crap go. Let it go and go have fun. I don't care if you got to get on park, swing and swing. Let it go. Find somebody laughing and laugh with them. Find somebody goofy and lovingly laugh at them. Not at their pains or anything, but squeeze the most out of it. That's all I got to tell you. That's what I've been trying to do, because I know that at some point I won't feel like doing it. So quality of life is important, but so is quantity. If you can do it, quantity with quality is preferable. So that's partially what my ketogenic journey is about, or has become about, because when I first started, I just wanted to lose some weight and not die. I didn't know the health benefits that came along with it, and getting better and better and better, in pretty much all ways. I do want to comment on something somebody, Andrea or Andrea, I don't know how to, you know how certain names are. You can pronounce them either way. But she had mentioned that she was very upset that we in the keto community are pretty much not as understanding of medications. That's not true. If you need a life-saving medication, I am all for you taking it. I am against unnecessary medication when there are ways to cure it if you have time to cure it. Let's say you get pre-diabetes. Instead of writing you a prescription right away, they should say, hey, cut back on the carbs. But they don't do that. So that's my hang up with the medical community. I don't really want to see people on unnecessary medications when there are healing ways that are easy. If it's not working, obviously, take the medication. I'm on blood pressure medication. I ain't faulting anybody for any medication they have to have or have to use. I am not faulting anybody for getting any kind of scans, tests, because you need to know these things. If there is something wrong that you could possibly reverse and prevent, absolutely, do it. You need to know these things. So I just wanted to make it clear that if you're on medication and you need to be on medication, I got you. I'm okay with it. I mean, I don't like it. I don't like the ones I got to take. I wish like crazy I didn't have to take them. I do right now. Hopefully one day I won't. But there was a medication I was taking before I started keto, a chemo drug, that I was told I would have to take every single day for the rest of my life. Do not miss a dose, which is terrifying. But I healed it. Now, that's not to say that every single thing can be healed just by diet. There might be other things. There might be other needs. Some things are surgical. I mean, some things are hereditary. I don't think as much is hereditary as they say it is, but not to say that there is nothing that is hereditary, like certain heart conditions and heart diseases and various things like that. So I just want you to know, I am not against you taking medications you need. I don't really want people to take medications they don't need. I wouldn't suggest you taking weight loss drugs if you can lose weight naturally. But if you're super morbidly obese, you're in danger of dying any moment. If you need to take a weight loss drug while you get your diet in check, I'm not even against that. I want you to have informed consent, understand what it can do, weigh the risk, and use your best judgment. Use your best judgment, not mine, not Dr. Barry's, not Dr. Berg's, nobody's, yours. Read it, understand it, and go with it from there. You know what I mean? If you're taking a weight loss drug, it tells you it can affect your kidneys, and you see that and you're okay with it because you potentially think weight loss is more important. You're informed, you understand, you know, go for it. You know, if that's what you want to do. Recommend it? No, but and this was not, because I was talking to another lady too about a weight loss drug that had actually messed with her kidneys, but she was not informed of this. She didn't understand what it could do, and it did damage her kidneys some. So I'm not talking to her about that. I'm just talking about the situation and being informed. Be informed. That's it. If they give you that leaflet with 1,000,001 teeny tiny little words, take a picture of it with your phone and blow up each little paragraph and read every single bit of it. Because your life is in your hands, okay? They give you that leaflet so you can't sue them. It's not because it's going to help you in any way other than the fact you can say, ooh, I don't know if this is worth this. That leaflet's very, very important. Getting on the internet and searching, that's important. Doing whatever you can do to better improve your life, that's important. It's not up to me. It's not up to anybody in any community, anywhere. It's up to you. It's your life. It's your body. You have to decide what's right for you. I'll be right back. All right, yes. So let's talk keto. Let's see. I don't remember what I ate the last 3 days. 2 days. I've been on the go and very busy. I know last night I ate a Dave's triple with no bun, starving because we had walked around a good chunk of Charleston. Not most of it by no means, but a good chunk. I don't know. I don't even think I recorded everything, but I got my way in, so I'll share them with you. One of y'all did scare me in the comment section, but then you changed it. You're not sure, so it's all right. I'm not real sure either because now I've got to check, and I did kind of check, but it's not exactly the same. So I read through the comments, commented back, and didn't say anything too much. But anyway, one of you said that when you went to a site, you checked the nutrition facts of the frozen Dunkin' coffees, that they're like 800 and some calories, 128 grams of carbs. Could that be the problem? If that's the case, then hell yes, that's the problem. I don't know how it could be though. I did go to the Dunkin' site and I did check on it. And it does say that, but it won't let me change certain things. Like I don't get milk in mine, and I don't get sugar in mine, and I don't get sugar syrups in mine. So the way I get mine is, I hope, is just frozen coffee, unless they add something special to that frozen coffee, which is entirely possible, but it wouldn't let me change certain things. So I don't get cream in mine. I get stevia. I get sugar-free sweetener like hazelnut or French vanilla. So maybe, by the way, I didn't curl my hair like this. I had it up in a bun. I took it down. This is what it looked like even after I combed it. So this is about as good as it's going to get tonight. I'm going to take a shower. So And you said that, you checked again and you couldn't find that exact same thing. So I don't know. And again, the website itself will not let me change certain things. So I hope not. I hope it's a sugar-free coffee like I want it to be. Because me and Hubby love them things. Like, he bought me 2 yesterday. He helped me drink them. Today, we went and we got 2 more. One was for him, though, so he'd leave mine alone. And he kept drinking mine, so I kept picking up his and drinking his.
I didn't buy you one. I bought me 2.
Anyway, I picked up his and drank his. We were kind of go switching back and forth, and he told me I didn't fight fair. He was trying to have more. And I said, well, you getting the same amount. So, but he likes them that way, too. And he's like, I can tell you these ain't good for you. I said, how? He said, because I like them, and I don't usually like things that are good for me. So, he might be right. I hope he's not, because I love those. Only time's going to tell, to be honest with you. I can't even be sure. What I need to have is one of those on a strict keto day and see what it does to my body. Do I feel any swelling? Do I feel tiredness? Usually, no. I can say I don't think so. For me, signs of being pulled out of ketosis or affected, other than my weight going up the next morning. So, sorry about that. So anyway, I don't know if they're okay. I really don't. It's hard to find the nutritional information on a plain iced coffee, with nothing in it. And then just to add stevia and unsweetened unsweetened flavoring. I'm going to keep looking, though, because I am curious now. I wonder if I just call Dunkin' Donuts people. Probably not. You can call the employees, but do they really know what's all in whatever's prepackaged? So, I don't know if they're okay or not. I hope they are, because I really, really do enjoy them. And as it heats up for the summer, that's going to be one of my very favorite things, if I can have it. And that, my hair waves up real quick if I keep it like in a little bun or curled up. See, I didn't have the bottom of it up. The bottom of it was down. I had it curled up here, twisted up in a bun. And when I took it down, all this top part's wavy. Sorry, my hair is just irritating me right now. Let me go ahead and show you the weigh-ins. I'll be right back.
Sunday morning, 179.4. Well, something didn't work. What day is it? Monday, 179.0. I don't know what she was by there doing, but she's having a good time.
All right, so Dave's triple. I'm moving the bun back so I can hold on to something with it.
178.8 on a Tuesday morning.
Hey guys, so just want to say a big thank you to Linda. I'll tell you about that in just a minute. And don't forget to hit that like button. It's very important. Comment below. All these things help me with the whole YouTube-y thing. And it's kind of a magic-y thing. So, like, subscribe, share, ring the bell. If you guys need help with your ketogenic journey, my contact information is below. And I'm glad to answer any and all questions I can. Not super shocked that nothing's really changed majorly. Traveling, altitude can do it too. So like plane or going up in the mountains can affect fluid retention. Traveling in and of itself in the car, being on your butt for long hours or on your feet for long hours. And we spent at least 10 hours in the car yesterday, and then all the time we weren't in the car, we spent walking, and again within that 2 or 3 hours, I got 8,000 steps in. So which we were going slow. We weren't like speed walking or nothing. We were enjoying our day, but yeah, my weight didn't change very much. It dropped a little bit, but nothing great, which would be great if it did, but it didn't. And that's okay. That's okay. Not where I want to be, but that's okay. Especially if I'm going to be out enjoying myself and certain things can really affect that weigh-in. So, I don't even know. Y'all, hubby wants to get up early in the morning. I need a shower. So, I guess that's really all I got for you. Let me know if you know anything about plain iced coffee from Dunkin' Donuts. Do you have any clue what's in it? If there's any extra calories just in the plain stuff with nothing else in it? You might know more than I do. If you work at a Dunkin', look at the packaging for me, please, of just the plain iced coffee stuff. I would assume it's just coffee that's frozen or freezied, slushied. I don't know. So it's the frozen ones that I need to know about. I had figured they put coffee ice in a blender and blended it up and it was just coffee. I don't know. And I don't want to lead you guys astray saying, hey, this is fine for you, and then be completely wrong. Because I've already done that. I might be completely wrong. And I told you, hey, this is keto and it's great. I don't know. So frustrating sometimes to try to get right and perfect and know what you're talking about and not know a damn thing you're talking about. But you think you do, so you know. Again, that's why you shouldn't just listen to me or anybody else. You need to be your own best advocate. Look up everything for yourself, because I could be very wrong. They could be very wrong. Them guys over yonder could be right. Usually not, but could be. You know, so be your own best advocate. Do your own research about everything. If I give you a piece of information, don't take that as gospel. Don't take it as fact. Look into it, because it's your life and your life is important to you. My life is important to me. I'm going to do what I think is best. I'm not always right, though. And if you know something I'm wrong about, correct me, because I don't know. Well, correct me as in tell me what you know and I'll look into it better, and me and you will know more. You know, knowledge is power. If you guys made it to this far of the video, I want you guys to comment Linda. And I know that sounds crazy, but I'm going to post a video tomorrow, because I've already posted 2 Charleston videos today, and this is going to go up today. I don't want to put 4 videos up. Miss Linda sent me an amazing gift, okay? Absolutely phenomenal. And I'm going to share that whole thing with you tomorrow. I even got Anthony's reaction on tape. I do not have the other 2 yet, but if I get their reactions on tape, I will definitely be uploading that too. If you guys would like to see any Q&As done by me, like some question and answers, feel free to post them below, and I'll check into them, because it's hard to do keto videos all the time, because I want to talk about other stuff too. You see me talk about other stuff when I do my video. So, I mean, if you've got other suggestions and stuff that would be okay for me to post on this channel, feel free to let me know below, because that'll be helpful. I run out of things to talk about. I don't run out of things to talk about, but the important things to talk about anyway. Anthony's feeling better. His daddy not so much. Well, he's feeling better now, but all day today he's been not good. My son's better. Corey ain't got it yet that we know of. She has had some nausea on and off, but that might be nothing, and it might be she got sick. But she has IBS, and she's had her gallbladder removed, so she cramps quite a bit anyway. So she might not actually feel the cramps the way I was feeling them. All right, so you guys, comment Linda below, because tomorrow I've got a big thank you to her with all the stuff she sent. You're going to see some fantastic heart there. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to shut the heck up. Now I'm going to get the heck off here. Squeeze every ounce of joy out of life you can, because you only got one of them that you know of. I mean, you might live multiple, but you don't get to remember them all. So squeeze it out. Just squeeze the hell out of it. And if it gives you lemon, squeeze the hell out of lemon too. Anyway, much love, many prayers. Bye, y'all.